What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. I was at the dollar store and I saw this really cute gift bag. I want to say it was $1.25 or $1.50, but it had this great little winter scene of a house decorated for the holidays, with a tree lit up on the side, with a stone walkway and wall. I thought this could be a great backdrop for my holiday cards. Say cheese! And while it totally works as is, let's take it a step further and add to the scene. I like that it looks like a painting, and I think we can make these rocks have a little more dimension using our hot glue rock technique. Let's use cardboard to make it a little stronger, and LED lights for a little sparkle. I start by cutting open the bag, leaving the sides, back, and bottom. Remove the ribbon handles, then cut and glue cardboard into the back of the bag. Cut cardboard for the sides. I cut another piece of cardboard for the bottom of the box, where I extended and rounded the edge. Cut another piece of cardboard for the front of the bag. I glue it down using a little hot glue to keep it in place. Then let's make a few holes in the picture, going all the way through the cardboard so we can take the LED lights and place them behind the holes so the light shines through. Glue or tape the lights in the back, going across the scene. Glue strips of cardboard to the back. Mine are 3/4 of an inch wide because that's what I need to clear the battery pack. I glue several strips to the back, making a small pocket to hold the battery pack. I place it inside the bag and mark the cardboard on the bottom and sides where the picture ends. Remove them from the box. I cut leftover cardboard to make a 3-inch wide rectangle, cut 1-inch strips to glue behind it to make a little box. I made a second one. I'm going to use these to make a small wall. On all the cardboard, I begin making our hot glue stones by making small mounds of hot glue all over the cardboard. This does take a little bit of time, and of course, you could always use a torn egg carton instead. Once cooled, I give it a dark base coat. I'm going with gray. Maybe we can add in a little blue and black. Let's add a little brown here and there. Then we can add a little white paint across the top of some of the stones to try to make something similar to what's in the picture. Totally not blue enough. But let's go ahead and begin gluing all the cardboard into the bag. Add the picture with the lights. Let's add our little boxes in the front for walls, giving the picture on the gift bag a little dimension. And when we turn on the lights, it's even better. And we can totally use it to get that holiday photo. But let's take some flameless tea candles, a clear plastic cap, and a couple of buttons. I make a hole in the plastic cap to fit the flameless tea candle, and of course you can use the hole that's already there. I just want it to be wider at the top. I mark where the cap will go, and then I add hot glue rocks to the sides, paint it to match the wall, paint around the top to look like snow, glue on the cap, then stack and glue the buttons. I added a drop of hot glue on top, then brush it all with a little paint, then place them on the wall for more lights. We can add a few artificial trees that I picked up at the dollar store onto the wall for a little height, or we can place one in front. I'm going to remove the base, flatten it in the back a little, and glue them into the corners. Let's take a miniature wreath. I cut off the little tiny bow so I can add a larger one. There's a small gap between the tea lights and the wall, so I glue the wreath onto the bottom to distract the eye and add to the scene, giving us a doll room in a gift bag that we can use for a little doll photography, so we can make new printables. This year we have a mistletoe theme with a new printable book cover, gift bags, and cards. And I added some new wrapping paper. To make the gift bags, we just have to cut them out, fold on the lines, making nice sharp creases. Take the rectangle at the top, and we're gonna fold that one over and glue it down. Take cord, embroidery floss, or ribbon, cut and glue 2 pieces to the top on both sides for handles. Then let's take the tab on the side and we're going to glue it to the side of the bag. Then fold in the side bottom tabs, then the back and the front, and glue them in place. Then fold and crease the sides and bend it over so we have a little crease at the bottom and it can lay flat. Add a little tissue paper to make miniature gift bags. For a gift to put inside, we can make the printable book by cutting out the cover, templates, and faux pages. And there's an alternative printable with Summer and Nigel on the front. To make the book, we will also need a piece of cardstock or poster board. Glue the templates onto the cardstock, cut out the blank ones, cut them into 3 pieces, take the cover and fold on the lines, glue the cardstock between the creases, leaving a small space in the center, fold over and glue down the tabs, cut out the template for the pages, then glue it down several more times and cut it out to make it thicker. Take our small faux pages and fold on the lines. I glue the last page onto the cardstock, then fold it over, apply glue, fold the paper back, and we should still have 1 loose page. Glue the cardstock and the loose page into the cover to make a miniature book that can open, and we have 1 page that we can turn. And here's the alternative cover with Summer and Nigel. It looks like a little holiday rom-com, and the books can easily fit into the gift bags. I did draw these myself, and that's probably why it took so long to get our holiday printables out this year. And of course, we included a few holiday cards. 1 with Summer's new photo, then we have 1 with a wreath, and 1 with mistletoe. To make the cards, we cut out each printable, glue them onto leftover cardstock or another piece of paper. Before the glue completely dries, I cut them out, then fold them in half to make miniature cards for the dollhouse that we can add to the gift bags, so the dolls won't show up to those holiday parties empty-handed. And what's a party without a few treats? I was on Etsy and saw some miniature cookies, so let's check them out. The shop is called MinisbyTam. The listing was for 1 6-scale cookies for 12-inch fashion dolls. It was 6 cookies for $9.75. I want to say these are polymer clay, and it's a very neat little cookie. This one is a Christmas tree that's been decorated. The back is flat, and here it is in my doll's hand. I like the scale, and Mini Toya can hold it. It's thin enough to fit between her thumb and index finger. I think these look pretty cute in the dollhouse for the holidays. I also bought a set of pink Santas. Since my holiday vibe is usually pink and green, I wanted some cookies to match. Again, I got 6 cookies for $9.75. Mini Toya can hold the cookies. I watch a lot of videos of people icing cookies, and this looks just like them. I also picked up a set of snowflakes. These have a little texture on the front. Mini Toya can hold it, and they look pretty uniform. I love the look of 3 different cookies on a plate, and I think these all go together. And since these are handmade minis, they need to be treated with care. Oh, and we got a thank you gift with a red Santa, a white frosted tree with green glitter sprinkles, and a teeny tiny reindeer with a red nose, giving us a few more cookies for the dollhouse. Thank you, MinisbyTam, and I'll keep an eye out for some more seasonal minis. Thank you for joining us while we made a doll room in a gift bag from the dollar store that we can use as a backdrop to make a few holiday cards to go with our 2025 holiday printables. These printables are available on our blog, MyFroggyStuff.blogspot.com, to download for free. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at MyFroggyStuff and Bella of MyFroggyStuff on Instagram. And we will see you next time. Bye!